Chat, we have the tragic story of Kixstar, bro. Yo, this guy's like a legend. This guy's a legend in Siege. I gotta link this video, bro. Let's tune into this video. I'll link the video at the end. Make sure you guys check this out, bro.
Siege pros to becoming the most influential person in Siege's early life as a game. This is the legacy of Kixstar. Michael Kixstar Stockley started his gaming career like most
Whose name's Michael? Whose name's Michael?
As a young child. When he first tried PC gaming, he was immediately hooked.
My mom met some douchebag, some prick. This guy was an asshole. Oh my god, he was an asshole. He was verbally abusive towards me, my sister, and my mom, and he made our lives hell.
Damn.
But he introduced me to PC gaming.
Oh, okay.
He showed
me
what
that's a
PC
1-for-1.
was.
After being an FPS player for quite some time, in December of 2015, he would download Siege on its release date and begin playing. At the time when he started, his skill compared to
chat,
everyone
what
else's
year did
skill
you guys
was
start
massively
Siege?
better because he had so much FPS experience on PC beforehand. His mechanics were just naturally
The game
great.
looks so
Compared that with his
different.
enjoyment of the strategy behind Siege.
Yo,
he was arguably the
Kixstar was
best Siege player in
nasty.
Siege's early life as a game.
Behind you.
Get that.
Oh!
He's such a good player in ranked.
Yo, he was like nasty.
First R6 pro teams ever, Team Orbit, as a fragger, and made his name known almost instantly.
Oh, so he was a pro at first. I thought he was just a caster. Okay.
Else's, some people went as far to say that he was the Bolo of early Siege before Bolo.
Kix was at the very beginning of the game. Probably top 5 most well-known, most popular, most watched people at that exact moment. There was no Bolo. King George wasn't King George at the time. If you were in North America, you watched Kix. That's it. You watched
Bro, it's
Kix.
crazy
You
that
wanted
like
Kix
King
to
George
succeed.
used to
His
be a
team
pro.
went to first place nationally and 4th internationally. But after even more games in the league and his roster not doing so hot, he was forced with a hard decision to make. You see, at the time of his pro career, the Siege esports scene was still very small. And because
Oh,
of
so
this,
he
funding
Ben had a charm,
low
okay.
amounts of funding for an esport, you have worse
Damn, I
quality
didn't even know
casters
that.
because you can't pay money for high quality ones. And the worse quality the casters you have, the less people will watch and the less funding will happen, and it just goes down and down a bad spiral. If Kixstar could become a caster though, this would fix the issue and actually blow the game up more than ever before.
Oh,
Because
so he
unlike
was a
other casters, He was
caster.
actually a pro. He knew what was going on, why things
Wait, so he was a pro and a caster at the same time? So like he would play and then he'd go cast.
happening and what to do. But he'd have to end his pro career, at least temporarily, to be able to cast. After thinking about it for a little over a month, after eventually quitting his team and his friend...
Oh no, he had to quit. He had to quit.
Cast,
Okay,
He finally made his decision to start casting.
That must have been good bread in that.
Third season, not being comfortable on the team that I was playing with at the time, and
No cam,
one of my
no
good
cam.
friends, Panky, he jumped on one of my streams, and in the chat he's just like, "Hey, you want to commentate?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do that."
When he started casting, it was almost a complete natural fit.
Yo,
He
he's
was
like one of the
so
GOAT
knowledgeable
casters,
and
bro.
non-awkward
That
He
ass.
was able to not only breathe
Chad,
life
is he the
and
GOAT
excitement in
caster?
the pro league scene, but he helped the audience understand a hard game more easily.
Drone, that's the information being shut out from Dark Zero just a little bit, though.
Wait, Hot and
Mint
Cold
is setting
played
himself
pro
up
back
for another
then?
rush this time
Yo, Hot and Cold gotta be
inside
like
of
30.
Moto.
How's he
C4
still
will come out to
pro?
counter him, but the EMP
Oh,
counters
bastard.
the C4 in turn. Mint up close and personal with these enemies, managing to flash them, but stuck in the crossfire. It's really hard to get this engagement in his favor. He will finally take out Shala, but it's his team falling one after another, putting more pressure
this
on
up,
Mint.
UK.
Able to get two. His last teammate, though, Pojo, at the bottom of main stairs. That's 3 from Mint. Incredible.
Oh, who
pistol
remembers
play,
Pojo,
and
man,
he
bro?
has
I
the
remember this
diffuser.
guy.
Going for the plant behind Black Box. This is the perfect position for him to plant solo. Pojo's doing his best to cover, but he's going to lose the fight to Redeemer.
Yo, the ADS was
Mint
so
into an
fast!
situation. He's going to get the 4K. He has the mirror window and the flash, and he gets it. The ace from Mint, and the round all on
Nah, bro,
Blitz.
Kixstar
He
was like the
in
GOAT
all rights
caster,
a
bro. You
perfect
hear those
caster,
casting
and with
skills?
more experience in the future, he would become one of the best casters,
Yeah,
if not
bro.
the best caster for Siege ever. But we're not quite there yet, because in front of Kixstar was a daunting task. The first ever Rainbow Six Siege Invitational. This was huge, because everyone who played Siege at this point in
Who went
time
there?
would be watching.
Oh, I was
And not
here.
only
I was
did he
here
cast
IRL.
well, but he exceeded expectations at the 6th Invitational. And after SI finished, he finally finalized his career as a caster and and worked hard.
What happened to him? We're
become
gonna see in the
best
video. We're
caster
gonna see in the
Siege
video.
could possibly have. From moving across the world to waking up and working at midnight for hours on end, even going as far as to sacrifice a bit of his mental health to get good at his craft. Kixstar was...
How do you get good at
a big
casting, though?
obstacle
Like, you
he
just have to
faced
do
as well at
research?
the time was his antisocial nature. Kixstar didn't have the best of childhoods, and he was a little harder to work with than a lot of other casters. Keep in mind as well, compared to the age of other casters, Kixstar was very young, so it was harder for him to connect the older casting crew, especially
to
because
play
of the
too.
skill gap that I previously mentioned. He also was just naturally
Yo, the
awkward as
Siege?
well, so because of
Chat, the Siege movement back then was so much better, bro. You see how, like, bro, you see how smooth it was? Like, the skill gap? Now it's just like, you just, like, some fat fuck. Like some blocky bastard.
this, Kixstar didn't really fit well with a lot of the casters he was working with.
Through the
It's like you're a
the group
6
stages
armor now.
and then go to the finals.
I don't know
and
why they did
unfortunately
that.
Not do as much as
Yeah,
is
it's so
expected
slow.
of them. What is going to happen here with
Well,
Excellence?
You were talking about how...
Yo, UK with the 5 gifted. W fucking 5 gifted. Thank you so much, UK. Appreciate you, bro. W's in the chat. W's in the fucking chat. Thank you, bro.
matchup that we're going to be seeing here first off this
I think
evening
it's gonna be the more interesting one.
is a more interesting
Yeah.
one. I feel as though you're going to be right in that sense because Infamy, I feel, could be that next Cinderella story.
Yeah, 'cause-
where Excellence was
Cinderella
a Cinderella
story? What the
last
fuck is
season.
that?
This season, Infamy has that
you, bro.
potential.
Yeah.
But we are going to head into our first interview of the day. It's going to be with Fox A from Excellence Gaming. Let's head on
Fox,
over to
he's a
Fox.
caster now. He's a
So,
caster now, I
one
think.
caster
Bro,
in
chat, tell me not. In the Roller Sunday and Roller Saturday, chat, they should do interviews and shit. Hear me out, ready? Fett should do interviews. Like, for example, say if me and Jinxie play, chat, whoever wins, Fett should do a post-game interview. W idea? I think that's valid.
particular that he actually ended up getting his
Like,
spot
interview
for.
the
This
MVP or
caster
some shit,
was
like, interview me or Jinxie.
Interrobang, or Intero for short, wasn't as seasoned or gifted at the actual game as Kixstar was. In fact, his skill gap between them
I'll
was
be fire.
massive. Because of this, Parker had a different approach to casting. He was much more reactionary, lighthearted, and was forced to be able to fill up the same time with words more than he was able to explain the detail of what was actually happening and
His
why
last
it was
stream?
actually
I'll watch that
happening.
after.
So while Kixstar was logical and analytical, Intero was just more entertaining. These two different types of casting would actually complement each other super well. And they'd complement each other so well.
Yeah, and they be
that
wearing
any
suits
game
and
casted
shit.
By these two,
The
was
casters
just
be wearing
more fun
suits?
to
I didn't even
watch
realize
because
that.
You were able to be entertained while also being able to be educated. Not only did their casting styles mesh together extremely well, but so did their personalities. You could easily tell that off camera,
Ninjas
these
in
two were
pajamas.
actually friends.
My name's Intero. I'm joined by Kixstar.
Who knows that team?
As always, we're actually fast approaching 4 years together, Michael. It's you haven't even proposed yet. Unbelievable.
I know.
But-
I am just an absolute sloth.
Now Team 1 finds themselves a single map away from being Mexico Major champions. Technically, back-to-back championships are available
You
for
inspired
Team
me to
Empire
buy a
because we
Cronus?
haven't
No,
had
I
another
didn't, bro.
international major
There's no way.
since Empire prevailed in Raleigh. Crazy to think about that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a really long time, Parker. We've been lacking so many lands. And here we are with the land. It's been
you okay?
fantastic.
Combining the pure amount of hard work Kixstar was putting into his craft,
Damn,
as well
so-
as the comfortable
so he was
environment
pro,
that he was
too.
in with Intero, he blossomed to become an even better caster than he was before, becoming not only the best caster to ever touch Siege, but one of
He
the
was the
best
best
casters
caster
for esports in the entire world.
to play
His ability to
Siege?
concisely and clearly speak about what was going on,
Nah.
while also teaching you why it was happening, was
Yo,
something
who
he
remembers
was
this
getting
angle?
at.
No way!
Apart
Bring
from
that
your
angle back.
comfort zone, where can they find success? Pojo Man gets the first
Let's
kill.
do his casting, chat.
Gas canister not denying. The second one will have to come out, and that will be successful. Chala comes off the stick, and he's eliminated by Pojo with the only kills for his team. Achieved on low HP. Pojo Man sees a third. He gets it. Nice shot. SMG-11, such limited ammo, but he can find 2 more. And oh, Pojo Man's absolutely
Is that me or
insane.
Pojo Man?
He's going for the 5th, but he doesn't even need it. The time! What a clutch from Pojo Man!
Not only was he getting
Bro,
better at
his
speaking
casting
generally,
was
but he
so
also
good,
getting better at
dog.
Putting his emotion into
Nah,
the
imagine,
casting
bro.
and making intense moments even more intense.
It's out. Only 26 bullets left in that Alda, but that's plenty. And he knows this low HP. He can use his Evil Eyes to win this. There's still 40 seconds left, so this is not a rush situation for FaZe. They will pick up
FaZe?
Cameraman. So we're back to a 1-on-3. The tension is huge. The Evil Eye going to be a massive factor here for Hot and Cold if he can play this correctly.
Nah, bro, that ass,
Cannot
like, back
fall
then,
from
they
the
had no
carpet
skill, bro.
without
They were
giving
all
away
like,
his
I could play
rotation
pro
and
back
his
then. Like,
intentions.
yo, hear me out. if you take me now and put me in the year of like year 1, bro, I could be pro, bro. Cause back then they had no mechanics. They had no mechanics back then. I'm telling you, they were all like NPCs.
Doesn't seem that 9X
But now
has
they're
noticed this,
crazy.
though. It doesn't seem like there's
That's
a
like,
camera.
bro, that's like the NBA and shit. Back then they were fucking plumbers. Like you had your good players. You had like MJ, Larry Bird. You had all those guys. But most of the league were just plumbers because it wasn't really developed yet. You know what I'm saying?
There's a nice kill for Hot and Cold. He only needs 2 more, and they're both still very low. He can deny the plant with the evil eye and just keep himself alive. 19 bullets, so he's got to be careful with that ammunition counter. And here's the denial.
Why don't he knife the maestro? Hello?
Seconds, and cameraman has to rush. Will he land the shot?
Wow. Yo, Hot and Cold was crazy back then.
His ability to do this made Siege Pro League
Oh, you
so
couldn't
much
knife
more
the
enjoyable
Maestro?
to watch, and he single-handedly made Siege so much more popular because of it. The only thing wrong with Kix now, at this point, really was just his mental health. He had put so much time and passion into his work and what he was doing, and the Siege scene as a whole, that he hadn't been putting the energy into just bettering himself.
he had
so when
bad
COVID
mental
came along
health?
and forced him and everybody else to move back home, and he was forced to move in with
COVID
his
was
family,
ass,
he started to
chat.
actually get a lot happier.
Who remembers
You see, when
COVID?
he had moved across the
COVID
world
was
to
low-key
cast,
valid,
he
though,
was
at the
pretty
same
much
time.
alone. His friends and family were all back home, so when he moved
Warzone,
back,
OG
he was surrounded
Warzone.
by nothing but love when he finally moved back in. And because he was able to still cast from his house, it's not like his job suffered either. It was clear not only from his perspective that he was mentally just doing a lot better, but also from other people's perspectives as well.
And then he
2.0
started caring
scope.
about his appearance, and he started getting tailored suits, and he started, getting imported jackets, and he started
the
looking
COVID
at
gaming was
watches, and he
so
started
valid,
wearing
bro.
Rings, and all of a sudden he's caring about his appearance. He's caring about things outside of gaming, and his whole world opened up to him.
What was
Because
the
he
best
home
game
so
from
much,
COVID,
and
chat?
He had already started to dabble
Warzone,
in
no?
content creation and streaming. Staying home due to COVID also made it easier for him to grow on that front as well. It seemed that Kixstar's life was just getting better and better, and he was
Yeah, it was
finally at the
COD, it
place
was
that he
COD.
wanted to be. He had
Fortnite
been
was
grinding
not
for
peaking
so
COVID.
long.
Stop
he was
that.
and had finally achieved a lot
There's
of his
no
dreams,
way.
and overall made Siege so much of a better player.
Whoa!
Making the game popular and teaching /
Whoa!
so many of us to get better at the game. Kixstar was the
What is it?
most influential.
Is that angle still in the game?
The earlier parts
There's
of
no
the game
way.
as a whole.
Nah, if
Kixstar
I'm
has
dying
a
to that, I'm
positive
chinning
impact
whoever
on
I'm
the
dying
world
that
He's
to.
remembered now as one of the greats. But one night, as he was logging off for the night on his stream, the public would see Kixstar for the very last time. On October 11th of 2021, Michael Kixstar Stockley would unfortunately pass away in a car
Damn,
accident late in the night.
2021.
Of everyone close to him that found out first, it was actually Interro that was devastated by the news.
I go to bed and I wake up on Tuesday
Damn,
morning.
bro.
And when I wake up on Tuesday morning, I've got a couple message requests, and usually I'll just kind of scan through them and see, like, is there anything like worth responding to, like. And there's one message that, well, it struck me as very odd. And there was a message request that was sent at 2:30 a.m. my time Tuesday morning, which would have been 11:30 p.m. Pacific time in California. And it said, "Hey Parker, I don't really know how to tell you this, but your friend Michael died."
No way. Wait, who sent that?
I was the first person at the crash. I was the first person to call 911. I'm really sorry. I know that this is probably shocking. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Damn,
I got that at
bro.
2:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning, which would have been 11:30 in California. Now I was asleep. And I saw that message and I thought it was a joke. It's not unusual for me to get stupid DMs. I'm sure this probably doesn't shock you. I've had people message me telling me that, Pengu had retired. This was before Pengu had actually retired. People telling me that Bolo had been caught cheating. Just random stupid things that they're just lies. They're just done for attention, right? But
Damn.
I don't know what it was about this message, but
What was
it just
the
like it
details
hit
on the
in a
crash,
different
chat?
way.
Like, did somebody hit him? Did he like?
So I responded to it, and I just
Did he
said,
hit
it's
somebody?
really fucked up that you would joke about this kind of thing. This isn't something to joke about. And he responded immediately, and he goes, I'm not joking. I'm not f***ing with you. I was there. I didn't see it. I know that it's a lot to take in. I'm really sorry, but I'm happy to answer questions if you have it. And there was something about that response that just, it didn't sit right with me. Because if somebody's gonna
Did they
troll
launch
you
the details or not?
with you that way, that's not the level of sincerity and earnestness that you usually receive.
Not only were his close friends and family shook by what had happened, but the Siege community was never the same either.
Bro, was
To
the
this day,
Siege
I
come?
and many
Oh
other
my
Siege
god.
creators
Holy shit. Alright, we're gonna leave voice cracks in that's the last voice crack of 2025. But back to what I was saying. Was the Siege come? Yo! Hold on. Siege com. Alright. Yo, was the Siege com in shambles or some shit? Alright, bro. I'm not talking, bro.
still think of his impact on the game and the many hearts he was able to touch throughout his life. To be honest, me even speaking right now, I was inspired by him, and I would watch Pro League sitting in school all of the time, just listening to him cast.
Hey man,
It
it's
breaks my heart
puberty,
to
man. I
have to
can't do
make
nothing
this
about it.
video,
It's
but I
puberty.
want him to be remembered for how good he was. Because
I'm gonna go
regardless of
like,
what happened, Kixstar is remembered not for his passing and what happened.
This ain't
but
the
for
video to be
everything
voice
he did
cracking
while he
too,
was
bro.
alive. Kixstar is
This ain't the
nothing
right
short of a
time.
Siege legend and is the reason
This
that
ain't the right
Siege even
time.
has a big name now. His influence is unparalleled, and his career was nothing but fruitful. So from the bottom of my and everyone's hearts, thank you,
bro.
Kixstar, for everything that
Yo,
you've done. That's it for
R.I.P.
this video. Check out
Kixstar,
the next
bro.
video, and
R.I.P.
I'll see you there.
Kickstar, deadass. Yo, R.I.P. Kickstar, bro. Goat caster, hands down, bro. Everyone go follow. Everyone go fucking peep to this video. Yeah, I'll pop the link in the chat, bro. I'll pop the link in the chat if you guys wanna peep the video.